We're back, and it's your turn to play with the panel. Still with us, Rachel Maddow, John Harwood, Harold Ford Jr., and Joe Scarborough. First up tonight, Fran in New York thinks the Clintons might be at it again on the issue of race. Listen.
Do you think Hillary is playing the race card again by saying that Obama can't win in November?
Rachel, I've been wondering the same thing. If this was the way the conversation went with Bill Richardson, essentially, he can't win, you know it, I know it. Is she talking about race?
No. Well, I mean, not explicitly. It may be that that's the implication. She ought to be questioned about that. But it can't be that every time you degrade the idea of your opponent's electability that you're attacking them on the basis of their race. The same way that if Obama said Hillary can't win, it wouldn't necessarily be sexist. I don't think you can read that into any generic criticism of the opponent. You just can't.
Harold, what's your take?
I agree with Rachel. I mean, I don't expect her to say that go ahead and vote for him because I think he can beat me and beat John McCain in the fall. Look, this is a competitive race. These things happen. Hillary Clinton believes she's the strongest nominee for the party, and she may end up being that. And what Barack has to do is to
let's not be naive here. Let's not be naive either. She's not saying he can't win because he's wrong on health care. I mean, there's other attributes here that she's talking about.
You raised an issue earlier about patriotism, and I happen to think that is one area where the Republicans will go after Barack, and there's some evidence there. I'm not saying he believes that, but they will go at, when I say there's evidence, there's a body of work out there, a work product out there that they can use. So I think there are probably a number of things, and I wouldn't accuse or believe that Hillary Clinton is playing the race card here.
Another viewer from New York wants to know if a simple VP choice will solve some problems from Obama. Listen.
Heidi from New York, and I was wondering, what do you think about Barack Obama if he's a Democratic presidential candidate, if he picks a general as a vice presidential running mate, which would co-opt the question of military experience?
Is that what he needs, Joe?
Boy, I'll tell you what, it sounds like a good fit, but generals are dangerous to get out on the campaign trail. You can ask Ross Perot. You can also ask people that thought that there was a certain general 4 years ago that would do a great job, but Wesley Clark got out on the campaign trail and found out very quickly. Doesn't matter how sharp you are in the military or in business, when you get out on a campaign trail, it is a different thing. I just don't know that there are many generals other than Colin Powell that would be ready for what it takes.
Here, John, here's my question. Does Barack Obama need an older figure in the party like a Dick Cheney? There may be some blowback to Dick Cheney's years in office. Somebody who might be perceived as less ideological, but just as experienced.
Like a Sam Nunn? That would be a winner, I think. Somebody like Sam Nunn.
That'd be a strong choice.
Oh, you hear a lot of talk about Sam Nunn, some from the Obama camp. He definitely needs somebody to help reassure voters that he's got good help with him. You know, inexperience is his biggest problem. That's why I don't think Hillary Clinton can be accused of playing the race card when she says he can't win. Inexperience is his issue. He could solve it with somebody like Sam Nunn. He could solve it with somebody like Joe Biden, maybe even Evan Bayh, though Evan Bayh, of course, has been supporting Hillary Clinton.
The problem is, though, that we haven't elected a senator to be president since 1960, and having a two-senator ticket isn't going to necessarily help in
Bayh
terms
gives
of the
you some governor, though. He was
argument.
a successful governor of Indiana.
Yeah, Bayh was, and also, though, Sam Nunn puts Georgia back in play. If you make Republicans spend money in Georgia and the South, you really gain an advantage.
All right, Shelley in Indiana is tired of all the phone calls, particularly the ones at 3 a.m. She writes this 3 a.m. phone call ad has reached the comical stage. If Hillary has all this financial experience, why can't she manage her own presidential campaign finances or produce her tax returns? If the phone actually does ring, it's probably one of her bill collectors. In that case, would she answer it or let it go to voicemail? Ha, ha, ha. There is a little bit much here with the 3 a.m. ads. I think everybody's, well, why is everybody up all night? You know, Joe, it's like when you watch The West Wing. You wondered, why is everybody doing all this business in the middle of the night? Do they do anything during the day?
don't any scandals or don't any problems break in the middle of the day. It's interesting, especially talking about foreclosures. What bank calls at 3 a.m.? I will say John McCain came back with his own 3 a.m. ad against Hillary Clinton, and it was probably more effective than Hillary's. But at this point, I think she needs to retire the pearls and glasses at 3 a.m.
But remember, David, that both Hillary Clinton and John McCain are broke compared to Barack Obama, so they're going to recycle some of the same gags over and over.
And it is interesting. We've got, Rachel, there's there's new information about this in terms of new money. He's got plenty to spend here.
That's right. $40 million is what he's bringing in. Hillary Clinton, interestingly, I thought this was fascinating, is not going to release her totals, her fundraising totals for last month until 2 days before the Pennsylvania primary, pushing it till the very, very end, because part of the electability argument to the superdelegates, of course, is how you can raise money and how you can manage the money that you've got. Disclosing your cash on hand and how many new donors you've been able to attract could be a political piece of dynamite heading into that Pennsylvania vote.
All right, got to get a break in here.
We're still talking about this 3 a.m. ad, so she must be doing something right here.